Good morning, dear students. Today we will continue chapter number 21 of our English grammar book, and the title of the chapter is Punctuation and Capital Letters. So, these are the main punctuation marks, and out of these, we have already discussed one, that is comma. So, today we will discuss the remaining punctuation marks in detail. So, let us begin with full stop. We use a full stop to close a statement or a command. Means wherever we are writing any assertive sentence in which we state our declaration, or any imperative sentence in which we command someone, order someone, or request someone, such kind of sentences are closed with punctuation mark full stop. Next use of full stop is we used to use a full stop after initials or abbreviations like PM. It is an abbreviated form of Prime Minister. So here we will capitalize the initial letters of these words and we will put full stop in between. Next is we use a full stop to indicate a decimal fraction like 56.2, 22.8. Here we have used full stop to indicate a decimal fraction. But keep remember that in modern English, full stops are often omitted in abbreviations like U.S.A and USA, both are acceptable. Likewise, in Mr., Mrs., Doctor, full stops can be omitted. Next punctuation mark is semicolon. Semicolon is stronger than the comma and weaker than the full stop. Stronger and weaker are in the sense of taking pause. If we have to take larger pause than comma and shorter than full stop, then we will use semicolon. The first use of semicolon is it is used between independent clauses not connected by a conjunction. Like in compound sentences, when we are having two or more than two independent clauses, there we will connect them by using either conjunction or semicolon. But it is required that both the clauses should be independent. Like Rosie is quiet and hardworking, this is independent clause. It doesn't require any other clause to make the meaning clear to you. And here Ruchi is jovial and active, this is also independent clause. So here two independent clauses where conjunction is not given to connect them, we can connect them by using semicolon. The next use is it is used before such expressions like however, then, moreover, nevertheless, hence, thus, for instance, consequently. If such expressions are given between the independent clauses and if those clauses are not connected by conjunction, then also we can use semicolon. Like our principal insists on strict discipline, this is independent clause. I try to be very punctual, it is also independent clause. And they are not connected by a conjunction, they are connected by a expression. Therefore, hence we will use semicolon before that expression. Next use of semicolon is it is used to separate clauses, particularly if the clauses have internal commas. Like the family is going on a picnic, semicolon, we are taking a pause here. Father carries a rugs, another clause. Here we will put semicolon. Mother the food. In this clause, internal comma is already given after the mother. So in such kind of sentences, to separate the clauses with each other, we will use semicolon. Next mark of punctuation is interrogation. That is known as question mark also. The mark of interrogation is placed at the end of an interrogative sentence. Like when we are asking a question from someone, in that kind of sentence, we will use question mark or mark of interrogation. Like, are you sure this news is true? Question mark. How old is he? Mark of interrogation or question mark. But keep it remember, in indirect speech, at the end of an indirect question, we use a full stop, not mark of interrogation. Like how old is he is direct speech, but I want to know how old he is indirect speech. Here is verb is placed after the subject he, so we will put full stop in such kind of sentences. Next is mark of exclamation. The mark of exclamation is placed at the end of an exclamatory sentence, like how stupid. Mark of exclamation. But if a sentence is beginning with exclamatory word, then we will use mark of exclamation after exclamatory word, and we will end the sentence with full stop, like alas, mark of exclamation, gambling has ruined him, full stop. So if exclamatory word is given in the beginning, then we will put mark of exclamation there. If it is given in at the end of the sentence, then we will put mark of exclamation at the end of the sentence. Next is apostrophe. Apostrophe is a mark of punctuation which is used to form the possessive of any singular noun or plural noun, like the girl's dresses. Here, to show the possession of dresses by girl, singular, we will use apostrophe there with s. But if s is already given, like weeks, here if already given in plural noun, like boys, in boys s is already given. If we have to form the possessive of such plural noun ending in s, we will add an apostrophe only without s. But if s is not given, like in singular noun, then we will add s also. But there are some plural noun also which are not ending with s, like children. Then we will use apostrophe and s both. Another use of apostrophe is we use an apostrophe with an expressions of time, space and money, like 2 weeks holiday. It is expression of time. A stone's throw for space. A rupees worth expression for money. Next use of apostrophe is to make short forms, like he doesn't. Here doesn't is a short form of does not. So we have used here apostrophe to make short forms. We use an apostrophe to form the plurals of letters, figures, etc. Like 2 5s, 3 MAs, 2 As. Here we have used apostrophe to form the plurals of letters and figures. But we do not use apostrophe with these words like ours, yours, its, hers, theirs, whose, etc. Next is quotation mark, which is used in direct speech to set off the actual words used by a speaker. Like Gopal said, now we are going to write the direct words spoken by Gopal. So here we will use inverted commas, like I want to become a lawyer when I grow up. These are the direct words spoken by Gopal, so it will be written under inverted commas. Next is colon. The colon is used after a statement which introduces examples. Like India has several large cities. Now we are going to introduce examples of large cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata. So here we will put colon after that statement which is going to introduce examples. Next is capital letters. Till now we were discussing punctuation mark. Now we will discuss capital letter. Capital letters are used with proper nouns. Whenever we are going to write any proper noun, we will capitalize the initial letter of that proper noun. Next use of capital letter is we capitalize the names of days of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. These are the days of the week. We will always write the first letter of these days of the week capital. Days of the months are also written with first letter capital, but we will never write the name of the seasons capital, like spring, autumn, winter. These are the name of the season. We will never capitalize the first letter of these words. Next, capitalize the names of religions and other words used with them. Capitalize the names of countries, nationalities, races, languages and adjectives derived from them, like India. It is the country name of a country, and Indian. Indian is an adjective formed by this name. So here India and Indian, in both the nouns we will write first letter capital. Next we will capitalize the names of school, colleges, business houses, political parties. We will capitalize the names of buildings, name of trains and ships and brand name also. We will capitalize the name of special days, special events also, like the Republic Day, Quit India movement. So here also we will capitalize the first letter. Next is capitalize the first of every sentence, whether the sentence is of assertive kind or interrogative or imperative. We will always write it with first letter of first word capital. Next, the first word of each line of a poem often begins with a capital letter. The first word of a direct quotation is also capitalized. While writing the titles of stories, essay, or the name of the chapters also, we will capitalize the first word, but we will never capitalize the words like articles, preposition and conjunction. Next, we will capitalize the official names of government departments, the titles of high ranking officials, etc., like the Prime Minister, the Ministry of Finance. Here we are capitalizing the official names of government departments and the titles of high ranking officials. Last but not least, capitalize the pronoun I. Wherever we are using I as a pronoun, we will always write it with capital I. And all the words standing for God, the blessings of God. Here, wherever the word God will be used, we will always write G capital. So here, this is how today we have discussed where we have to capitalize a letter and where we have to use punctuation marks. Thank you.